So, without wasting time, we can go into the topic. The first planet that we are going to see is Sun. Sun is the basic significator of our soul or Atma. So, it is also called as Atma Karaka in Vedic astrology. Sun represents our father's relatives and their family and their hereditary. In human body, sun signifies our heart, right eye, bones, and our vision's strength in our eyes, etc. Sun is a significator of our basic attitude, dominant nature, leadership qualities, boldness, and brave attitude. Dominant attitude is also represented by Sun. In professional life, Sun represents government officials, government leaders, political leaders, IAS, IPS, and even any government employees and government officials, and many more. Sun also represents medicines, medicinal equipments, medicinal plants, doctors, and medicine related things which is useful for doctors. Sun is exalted in Aries and debilitated in Libra. Sun's own sign is Leo, and Sun is a male planet, and its Vimshottari Dasa is around 6 years. The next planet that we are going to see is Moon. Moon is a basic significator of our mother and their relatives. It is also called as Matrukaraka in Vedic astrology. It is a significator of our mind, emotions, feelings, thoughts, mindset, mood swings, etc. It signifies our brain and its activities. In our human body, it also signifies body fluids, digestion, and stomach. In professional life, Moon planet represents navy, milk business, water treatment plant, RO water plant, and it also signifies water bodies like lakes, seas, ocean, etc. It represents people who work in navy and in rescuers who are working in sea, ocean, lakes, and ponds. Moon has Cancer as its own sign, and it is exalted in Taurus sign, and it is debilitated in Scorpio. Its Vimshottari Dasa is 10 years. The next sign that we are going to the planet we are going to see is Mars. Mars is the basic significator of our energy, valor, bravery, action, aggression, blunt, rude, vigorous, rebellion nature, aggressiveness, stubbornness, adamant nature, and it is the basic significator of our younger brothers and sisters. It signifies surgeons, uniformed service, jobs like police, army, military, navy, air force, etc. In our human body, uh, Mars represents nose, ears, blood vessels, blood veins, and illnesses related to blood, and it is also related to hemoglobin, which is the main content of our blood. Mars is having Aries and Scorpio as its own sign, and Mars is exalted in Capricorn, and it is debilitated in Cancer. Mars Vimshottari Dasa period is 7 years. The next planet that we are going to see is Mercury. Mercury is a significator of our maternal uncle. It represents a person's intelligence, calculative mind, logical thinking, speech, communication, media, etc. It also represents an IQ of a person, and basically, Mercury represents trade, commerce, economics, calculation, mathematical expertise, accounting, publishing, printing, communication, media, writing skills, telecommunication, and musical instruments like saxophone, nadaswaram, and any instrument used to play using air. Mercury has Gemini and Virgo as its own house, and Mercury is exalted in Virgo and debilitated in Pisces, and its Vimshottari Dasa period is 17 years. The next planet that we are going to see is Jupiter. Jupiter is the natural significator of an husband of a woman. It is the significator of a children's progeny, male child, and Jupiter is also called as Putrakaraka in Vedic astrology. Jupiter's strength in a birth chart signifies a person's wealth, prosperity, his wisdom, and Jupiter in professional life denotes people who are working in banks, in schools like teachers and banking officials, banking employees, finance department and finance employees, judges, judiciary system and judicial justice and also in court. In our body, Jupiter denotes liver, pancreas, cholesterol, adipose tissue, fat content, and obesity. People who are too obese have powerful Jupiter in their birth chart. Ailments related to cholesterol, fat, and fat related or connected to Jupiter. Jupiter is a male planet and it is exalted in Cancer and debilitated in Capricorn. And Jupiter has Sagittarius and Pisces as their own sign, and its Vimshottari Dasa period is 16 years. The next planet that we are going to see is Venus. Venus is called as Kalatra Karaka and as it denotes the wife of a man in Vedic astrology. Venus is a natural significator of love, lust, luxury, luxurious things in our life, and Venus is also the natural significator of luxurious houses, vehicles, extreme comfort, attraction, beauty, and charm. In our human body, Venus represents our reproductive organs, hormones, and hormonal disorders and hormonal uh, secretions. Venus is a significator of arts, crafts, media, cinema, drama, dance, music, and everything related to this media and cinema and fine arts. It signifies beauty, beauticians, beauty parlor, makeup artists, cosmetics, and study of cosmetics called cosmetology. Perfumes, perfume industry, and any industry dealing in fragrance material. It represents dancers, directors, singers, drama artists, creative talent people. People who have Venus in their Lagna or in the first house are extremely beautiful and handsome. Venus in their rashi or moon sign or Venus along with the moon sign will make person speak so beautiful and charming, and generally he or she will be a good magnetic speaker. Venus has its own sign as Taurus and Libra, and it is exalted in Pisces and debilitated in Virgo. Its Vimshottari Dasa period is 20 years, which is the highest of all the planets. The planet that we are going to see is Saturn. Saturn is the significator of our lifespan. It is the significator of longevity. Saturn has a lot of Vedic names like Jivana Karaka, Karma Karaka, Dukkha Karaka in human life. Saturn also holds a very important name as Dharma Karaka as it is the owner of Dharma and our karma in our past life and in our present life also. Saturn holds a very important role of deciding the lifespan of a human being. Saturn signifies our ancestors, old age people, old age relatives, and people who are old, people who are black in complexion and dark in complexion. Saturn signifies workers, laborers, hard working people, meticulous people who are doing the same work. Saturn also represents petrol, oil, jaggery, till, black sesame seeds, and Saturn also represents crow. Saturn signifies our old karma, which we have done in our past life, and also the good and the bad deeds. Saturn is the significator of restriction, obstacles, sorrow, sadness, laziness, and people who are very lazy are represented by Saturn. Structured and disciplined environment is decided by Saturn. Saturn also signifies boundaries, poverty, patience, slowness, and working class and blue collar jobs are also represented by Saturn. Saturn represents cold containers, refrigerators, AC, etc. Saturn has its own sign as Capricorn and Aquarius, and it is exalted in the sign of Libra, and it is debilitated in the sign of Aries. It is a transgender planet, and its Vimshottari Dasa period is 19 years. Next planet that we are going to see is Rahu, which is called as the shadow planet or the snake planet or the planet of the serpent nature, as it is dark. Rahu is a shadow planet and it is a significator of our paternal grandfather and their relatives. Rahu is called the Karaka. Rahu is the significator of endless worldly desires, endless greed, fraud, deception, deceptive nature, illusion, falsehood, cheating, manipulation, manipulative characteristics in human. And Rahu is an highly unconventional graha which makes people unconventional and their characters as unpredictable. People who do high tech fraud, cheating, or coming into the bracket of Rahu. Rahu depicts digital frauds, high tech frauds, people who do these kinds of frauds, people who are thieves, smugglers, dacoits, prisoners, killers, murderers, are coming into the bracket of Rahu. People of psycho nature represents Rahu. Rahu is a significator of unexpected change and sudden changes in our life, whether good or bad. Rahu is a planet of illusion and Maya. It is a planet which indicates foreign land, foreign money, other religion, other caste, other other people who are from other countries. Rahu is also related to the connection and the relationship that we are having with other countries. Rahu does not have its own house. It is exalted in Taurus and debilitated in Scorpio, and its Vimshottari Dasa period is 18 years. The next planet that we are going to see is the last planet, which is called Kethu. Kethu is another shadow planet which does not have a physical body. Kethu is a natural significator of maternal grandfather and their relatives. It is a natural significator of spirituality, divine illusion, divine powers, karma, moksha. It is also called the Moksha Karaka in our Vedic astrology. It signifies our past life karma, intuition, and the people who are having a good amount of intuition will come under the signification of Ketu. It signifies occult science, astrology, mantras, yantras, black magic, alternative medical practices like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Reiki will come under Ketu. It signifies detachment from worldly desires, pleasures, and sexual desires. Ketu is the signification of sudden disinterest, emotional withdrawal, or complete emptiness regarding the matters of house it occupies. Ketu represents saints, gurus, religious leaders of any kind or any religion, mutts, matathipadis, bishops, and any kind of religious leaders of any nature or religion or any kind of caste. Ketu does not have its own house in our Kalapurusha Kundli. So it is exalted in Scorpio and it is debilitated in Taurus. It has a Vimshottari Dasa period of 7 years. So that's all, friends. We have seen all the 9 planets and its Karakas. Let's catch up in the next video of our Sakthi Astro Connect with the 27 nakshatras and their basic characters. Bye, friends. Thank you.